So intervals. In this first video about intervals, I'm going to talk about qualities and then major versus minor specifically. And we have to keep two distinct concepts separate in our heads as we approach this. That is the interval quality and the interval number. And those will sound something like a major third. And what we mean here by major third is that major is going to mean the larger version of a third, which is the interval that traverses three scale steps. And so if we look at this scale here, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, whole, half, whole, half, C to E is a third. It traverses three letters, C, D, and E, or three scale degrees, 1, 2, and 3. C to E goes 2 whole steps, and therefore is 4 total half steps. But now let's look at D to F. It's also a third, D, E, F, 3 letters. But D to F traverses a whole and a half step, so there's only 3 total half steps being used here. And so this is how we distinguish between those two, by calling one a major third and one a minor third. Now when you have two different sizes of an interval like this, you always use the word major to describe the bigger version and minor to describe the smaller version. Now let's back up for a second and remind ourselves that there's two distinct concepts going on here. The interval number, which is the number of scale degrees or letters that you're traversing, and then the interval quality. And that shows how many half steps you're progressing, how big your interval number is. And so when we talk about a third, we're talking about it traversing 3 letters or scale steps. However, when we talk about a major third, we're saying this particular third spans 4 half steps. Now, which intervals have major and minor qualities? That is, which intervals have two versions of themselves in this world? Well, there are seconds, major and minor seconds. There are major and minor thirds, major and minor sixths, and major and minor sevenths. Each of these are going to have two distinct versions of themselves, majors and minors.